Now for Utah's most accurate forecast with Alana Brophy. Weather rates certified 11 years in a row.
In the weather world, we've got major changes as a cold front moves through the state. We start in Utah County, where cooler air has just started to flood in. Notice the winds moving the water here in Linden, that cloud cover over the Lake Mountains. We have been watching the radar, just some spotty precipitation associated with this front, but it's the cooler air that's going to take the cake. Those warnings are in effect. I'm going to show you exactly where. And here's the front and where it's headed. You're going to notice as it slides into central Utah this evening. Ahead of it, we get westerly winds and some cloud cover behind it. Some spotty precipitation popping up as we zoom in and get pinpoint here. Give you a really good idea of where that is in and around Nephi. We're keeping our eye on that. And then on I-80 towards Evanston, Wyoming, backside of the Wasatch, and then near South Salt Lake. Just a little cell popping up there, as well as over in the West Desert. So not everything's hitting the ground. You see those storm clouds out there, and you're noticing those temperatures and the winds. Highest wind gusts thus far today, well, the southern half of the state with Vernal and Evanston included, two areas under a high wind warning as we speak, and those gusty conditions mean business, blowing dust with visibility impacts. We've got several advisories in effect right now. That includes for Castle Country, Grand County, near Flaming Gorge, and Utah County, the Utah Valley area, looking at wind gusts in the 40-mile-per-hour range. As we get through the next several hours, these will hold on until 10 p.m. tonight, but they're packing a punch, and that's not a surprise. It also brings that elevated fire risk. Live look from our Red Cliffs Lodge Moab camera, where you see the tree moving. We get some white caps on the Colorado River. Gusty conditions with cloud cover in that portion of the state. Westerly winds making their presence known. 45-mile-per-hour gust in Moab in just the last few minutes. 30-mile-per-hour near Blanding. Look at Capitol Reef and then over near Cedar City. So we know the winds are the big weather headline in the south, which is why fire danger is escalated. Red flag warnings in effect. That does include the San Rafael swell towards Castle Country, near Moab, Four Corners, near Lake Powell, Washington County, Grand Staircase, and yes, Cedar City. And that doesn't all expire, folks. We're going to see those holding on in some locations for our Friday. 64 in Salt Lake, and we're on a steady decline when it comes to the temperatures following the front. Tonight is going to be unseasonably cool. Be ready. We get upper 30s, low 40s along the Wasatch Front. Now, some areas will be dropping into the 20s. They've got a hard freeze warning in effect for the Sam Pete Valley, Wasatch Back, and Bear River Valley, where temperatures will be dipping into the mid-20s. Park City, you're part of this, so Summit County is in it. Cover any plants if you want them to survive this little cold snap coming through. Cooler temperatures expected for our Friday as that cold air floods the state. The winds hold on tomorrow in the south, so we will see some gusty conditions. Now this evening, just a little bit of moisture, but tomorrow we stay unsettled. The chance of an isolated storm for the northern half of the state is there, and we're going to be significantly cooler. Could see a shower. Temperatures running about 15 to 20 degrees below the norm. By Saturday, still unsettled, but the warming trend begins. And we will see that trend hold steady as we get into next week. 50s. Now this week we've been in the 80s. We are really going to drastically drop in temperatures along the Wasatch Front. 50s and 60s on the eastern side of the state. 50s for the I-15 corridor and only 70s in St. George. Here's Washington County for the next 7 days. The warming trend starts on Saturday. Blowing dust possible tomorrow, but significantly below average, getting back to the 90s by next Tuesday. Dry in the north, just a slight chance Friday and Saturday. We'll see 70s to close out the weekend and start next week. Temperatures will be the thing that jostles for the next 7 days. Not much in the way of precipitation. Glenn, Emily, over to you.
All right, thank you so much, Alana.